好了，各位现场所有的贵宾、长官、先生、女士们，大家午安，大家好。我们的说明会呢即将开始哦，我们要邀请呢已经莅临现场所有的贵。
Ladies and gentlemen, our orientation will begin momentarily. We would like to ask our friends who have arrived on the scene to take your seats. Our orientation will begin momentarily. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, everyone. Our orientation will begin in 5 minutes. We would like to again invite everyone on the scene to please take your seats as soon as possible. Our orientation will begin momentarily.
好的，现场所有
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, everyone. Yes, I'm getting some responses. Very good. Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to attend the ASPN Sports Tech Accelerator program first batch orientation. I'm sure we have a lot of sports tech innovation teams today interested in our program. We will be sharing every detail of our program for you to understand what kind of assistance and resources we can bring you. Today, with the IAPS at Yangming Jiao Tong University and professional expert mentors and our graduate teams, they will take us on a journey to understand about this program. Of course, before we begin, we would like to introduce our guests here today. We would like to invite our guests to stand up and wave to everyone when you hear your name, because we also have foreign teams online. So please stand up and wave to everyone. First of all, we would like to welcome the head, Maggie Xu, from the Sports Administration, and our IAPS National Jiao Tong University CEO, Michael Lin. Of course, all the way from Singapore, the co-founder and managing partner of Black Storm Consulting in Singapore, Patty. And our long-term mentor, Tim, the division chief of the Digital Transformation Research Institute at the III. Of course, and our great supporter, Ideal Venture Studio, Darren Chua, and also coming all the way from Japan, CRM Director Hidonori Suzuki of 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Of course, we also have our graduate teams, the M Brand Filtra James, and from Phoebus, the founder and CEO, Gu Ming. The CEO, Leo of Funic VR. And the founder of Fortune AI, Andrew. Welcome to our event today. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. I'm sure our orientation will ensure that everyone gains a lot and solve all of your problems. Next, we would like to extend our special thanks to the Sports Administration of the Ministry of Education. Without your support and promotion, this program would not have been possible. Now I would like to welcome Maggie, the head of International Division at the Sports Administration, to say a few words for us. A round of applause for Maggie.
Thank you all for.
First of all, on behalf of the Sports Administration, I would like to thank all of you for being here today, including Michael, Suzuki-san, Darren, Patty, all of our mentors and our graduate teams, and all of you who are interested in our program. Thank you very much for being here. I would like to share with you the origin of ASPN. We started in 2016. It was built under the APEC Human Resource Development Working Group. And in 2016, we began to connect with economies in APEC, including Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam, Thailand, and Japan. And starting in 2018, with the IAPS network members, we focused on sports innovation through Hype Foundation. Working with Hype Foundation, we've had 10 phases of graduate teams, and over the past few years, we have worked with over 100 teams from over 20 countries, and we've attracted over 20 million USD in investment. So building on this foundation, we are starting anew And we are again focusing on the members of ASPN and our sports innovation education, building around sports event. Especially in Taiwan in 2025, Taipei, a new Taipei city, will be hosting the World Masters Games. We hope that in 2017, because Taipei held the World University Games, we started this program and we want to see some results in 2025. So we hope that in this batch, we will have more teams joining us. So what's so special about this network? Because this is a very international built up, and we attract teams who are dedicated to sports innovation. If you would like to have international connections, come and join us. In addition to the ASPN network platform, we also have ASEAN Asia Sports Association Management and IAEH International Association of Event Host, and including JSTA from Japan, Japan Sports Tourism Alliance, and ICG International Children's Games. In addition to over 100 of these international games in Taiwan, in 2025, the World Masters Game will be held by 6 cities and counties. In 2026, there will be the ICG Games in Hualien, the International Children Games. And we hope that with these sports events, these impacts and legacies can be left behind. So in November, we worked with IATS and attended the Smart Cities and Sports in Summit in Paris. And we could see what Paris Olympics did to build an inclusive growth. And they hope that with the Paris Olympics, they will be able to bring more employment, sports innovation, and future energy conservation efforts for the city. And in the future, these new generations, when they look at the second Paris Olympics after 100 years, they will see that it's no longer focused on certain sports events, but to bringing innovation to the entire environment and society. We're so happy to see so many people interested in sports innovation here today. We hope you all join us on February 28th. We will again invite teams from Taiwan and abroad to be gathered in Taipei, because on 28th of February in the Taipei Sports Arena, we will be hosting the international skating games, and we invite everyone to look at the ISU skating event. We wish to see everyone again. Thank you very much for your participation today.
Maggie 许主
Thank you, Maggie Shi, Division Head. Now we would like to welcome onto the stage of Michael, the key figure in our program. Michael is the CEO of ASPN Sports Tech Accelerator program. Since the establishment of our Accelerator program in 2018 by Professor Hank Huang at the IAPS, the CEO has been supporting and pulling many resources and connections around him for the program. Please join me to welcome CEO Michael. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ling Bowen. I'm Michael Ling, the CEO of our ASPN Sports Tech Accelerator program. It's really my honor on behalf of our program to organize such a very important orientation. As you all know, that in terms of sports tech innovation, we have been working together. First, I would like to express my appreciation for the division head for giving us this opportunity to contribute to sport tech innovation. And we have been working on this program for 5 years. Like Division Head said, we have pulled together many teams, and we also managed to facilitate a lot of collaborations among these startup teams. And I have been traveling abroad quite frequently. And when I introduce our program, Sport Tech is actually quite unique and attractive. And we know that we pull in this area all kinds of different strengths of technologies from medical background and IoT, and also all these technologies have been pulled together to make sports tech. And that is going to be a very impactful collaboration. And we are really happy that in the past 5 years, we are able to join this journey together with all our sport tech startup teams. And we're about to unveil a new year, and we really look forward to better networking efforts and collaboration in the coming new year for our new startups. And we also look forward to our results that our staff and our team can pull so that we can actually facilitate better connections among different games and international teams. And we can also be a better matchmaker among different teams and resources. And again, I would like to thank you for your presence to our orientation today. And I hope that today, through this orientation, you can get more insight, and wish you a great day. Thank you very much. Thank you, CEO Michael Lin. Please take your seat. And we are about to introduce two key figures of our program, and we're truthfully, gratefully for their dedication and commitment. And we are marching into the 6th year of our program. We have supported 104 teams from 22 economies worldwide, creating a tight-knit ecosystem. Today, we are also very honored to have invited 4 sport technology innovation teams to give us a demonstration of their product on site. First, I would like to introduce to you membrane filter from our 4th phase, and they specialize in the research and development of membrane filter materials, working on R&D and production of hollow fiber membrane products. They hold a leading position in this field of research and development, solving various complex filtration and purification problems for their clients. Now, let us welcome James, the business development manager of membrane filter, a standout in this filtration material industry, to share about their team results. Please welcome James to the stage.
Okay.
Hello, Maggie and Michael, all of our friends and colleagues online and in Taiwan. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Judy. As our MC introduced our filtration membrane, we are focused on the R&D and manufacture of the filtration membrane. You must be curious. This filtration membrane R&D manufacturing company, what does this company have to do with sport industry or sports tech accelerator? Very quickly introduce our product. Can you see what this is? You probably won't be able to see it, right? Especially people in the back, you probably can't actually see it because this is the smallest filter cartridge in the world. What does it do and what does it have to do with sports? I will demonstrate here. You can see I have a bottle of water here, and this filter cartridge can be used on general plastic bottles. Thank you. Judy is going to hold my microphone for me. You can see the water is actually very dirty inside, so I'm going to screw my cartridge on. You can see that water is very dirty inside. And through our cartridge, you can actually see this is a magic time. You can see, can everyone see it? The water's pre-filtered and after filtered through a small cartridge. You can very quickly filter it into clean water. It will filter out bacteria, dust, worms, eggs, and everything. And everybody wants to know if I can drink this. Yes, I can drink this. Okay. We are very confident in our product. And something like this, thank you, Judy. It's very useful when outdoors, whether you are hiking in the mountains or road running or country running. And you can also use it on our water bottle, or when the troops are marching, they can use the cartridge in their water bottles. It's very simple and easy to carry. Simply put, with a simple demonstration of our product, we Our company is a startup. We started in 2019. We focused on the filtration, the R&D and manufacturing of filtration material. A material like this, it can be used on used as portable filters, but it can also be used for industrial uses. For example, if you need clean water, or for drinking systems, or for medicinal uses. For example, when you need clean water for dialysis, you can also use our filter. So the water that you're drinking from this filter is actually medical grade clean water. So the advantage of this product is it's the smallest filter cartridge in the world, and it can be used in plastic bottles. We are focused on R&D, so you can see our R&D can actually control the nano thickness, and we can adjust the membrane. So we can filter faster, it has a longer lifespan, and you can see I don't actually need electricity to drive it. It can be used immediately, and you can get clean water immediately. And most importantly, we can minimize our product. In the past, you have to place these products in certain containers because it's too small. It's too big to fit anywhere else, but our membrane technology can minimize this product so that when we did a market survey, we know that our mountain hiking enthusiasts, they find that the luggage needs to be as light as possible. So if with a cartridge like this, it will enable everyone to carry more in your bags. You see, this bottle is only 13 grams. In the past, you need to carry a container that's a couple of hundreds of grams, so you can save much more room and weight in your bag. Now, I've said so much about how good our product is, but we actually come from a background of technology. We are all about technology, so how we know that our product is very good, but if I can't have access to the market and I don't know how to tell the story, I won't be able to sell our product. So how do we move from a material company into a sports industry? IAPS really helped us. Later on, Judy will share with everyone what this program is all about, but you go from boot camp all the way to demo day. When we first started, we have a product. However good the product is, if you don't know anything about the market, you won't be able to find the clients. And if I can finally sell our product, but I don't have a good business model, the company won't survive. So with the ASPN and IAPS counseling, they really helped us move from a startup company to go from boot camp all the way to demo days, so that investors and larger corporates can see us. We would like to thank IAPS for all of your support along the way. Thank you. And it was along this journey that we gradually found our market and our positioning, including our products can be used for tourism. If you go to third world countries, if you have any question about the water quality there, bring our product and you will have clean water to drink anytime. And if you go hiking or you go camping or country running, you can use our product. We also noticed that it can be used for the military or emergency aid. For example, in Taiwan and Japan, we are all in disaster-prone and earthquake-prone areas. So if you have in your emergency kit a bottle of water, after you finish that bottle of water, you won't have access to water. But if you add a cartridge in it, you will always have access to clean water. So we move from sports into military, into hiking and camping applications. Now, I said that we can remove bacteria, but it's not just something that we say. We are certified by third party, for example, SGS. bacterial removal. We can block E. coli up to 99.9%. We can also use our product for dialysis, so we also have testing for biocompatibility, and we also have zero detection for heavy metal and plasticizer. We would like to thank everyone for your support along the way. We've won many awards. For example, last year, this smallest filter cartridge in the world, we won CES Innovation Awards. And this year, we are looking into developing low carbon emission material and processing. So we won the Human Security for All Award this year. And also this year, just 2 weeks ago, we won the Taiwan Excellence Award, winning the silver award out of thousands of competitors. We would like to thank everyone for your recognition. In addition to these awards, IAPS gave us great opportunities to be seen and for business matching, for example, matching us with large sporting companies around the world. And this year we went to Japan with IAPS for the demo day, and we met a lot of Japanese companies so we can work together commercially. These are the supports provided by IAPS. Ultimately, we are focused on filter material, especially the hollow fiber membrane, and we provide you access to clean water anytime, anywhere. Thank you very much. Thank you, James, for your wonderful demo. The M-brand filter has developed materials that can be used in the wild so that all our sports athletes can have access to clean water. Our next is Phoebe's. They graduated in the sixth phase of this program, and they've really combined the leisure shoes and training shoes into sneakers, and providing people with comfortable wear. We now give the floor to Guming.
Thank you very much. So I really it's like coming home. It's like a homecoming party. So this is Phoebe's, and so we offer our product, which is the hoisery shoes or sock sneakers. So we invited a ultra marathon champion to come to Taiwan, who will run 70 kilometers for consecutive 47 days. And at the end of October, he completed the entire marathon run around Taiwan. And so this implies several significance. First, that we improve that sock shoes or sock sneakers is a comfortable footwear that can allow and support you throughout the marathon, and is so comfortable and that can support you throughout the journey. And we invited the ultra marathon runner from Japan, and so this is actually a very good sport ambassador event. So shouldn't you give us a round of applause for achieving such a great milestone in terms of these sport diplomacy? So this is something we are very proud of, because last week at the Taipei Marathon, we saw lots of people wearing our footwear to support them throughout the entire run. So this is how we started our market encroach, and this is something that ASPN has taught us, because in order to march into the market, we need to really pull in lots of resources from different aspects, different areas in the industry, and we have been worked together with Decathlon, and we also worked with teams from Japan, from Europe, and then because of the network supported by ASPN, we identified the right direction for our market strategy. So I think this is more than just a program. So this is for us like a school. We can come here to learn, and then this is also a school that supports us with lots of industrial resources. So this is the inspiration of our product. So I have been wearing slippers and flip-flop and in the past, and then I realized that after I became a sports runner, I realized that these kind of barefoot footwear is such a comfortable footwear, and also because I hurt my tendon, and then after the recovery I've been running in all kinds of ultra marathon events, and these kind of barefoot running can really help me. And moving on, and in the past, when we try to develop these kind of barefoot sneakers, we have seen many different players producing similar products. But it's really difficult to really address the pain points, because it's actually quite painful, because the sole would hurt a lot if you wear like a barefoot running shoes. But we developed a shoe product that can address all the pain points of the barefoot running shoes. So we removed the sole, and then also we applied the new weaving technology of the upper of the sole. So it's like you are only running like you're wearing only the socks. And also we have selected the kind of right thickness that can actually give you the flexibility that can simulate the muscle elasticity of your soles, and then you would not really feel there is anything there. And then we solved that issue, and we have been continue to improve the preceptive feedback of our soul. We have been trying to push the boundary of the technology constraints, so we make it really comfortable and beautiful to wear, and then you feel like you're wearing nothing, but this can also support you in all kinds of extreme sports. And then for me, in terms of a brand building, at the end of the day, it's all about why you are making this journey, because we have lots of resources from ASPN. We have consultants helping us to match the resources, and then at the end of the day, it's about why you are doing this. And for me, because I have hurt my feet, and I know that I really need to respect the feelings of my body, so that can help me to really find the right direction of my training. So I need to put the resources in the right place. So for me, I've been exploring that for my brand on daily basis. So for me, this is like taking one step at a time. So for me, I'm going to take on the challenge of 100 kilometers marathon, and then next month I'm going to attend another game, which will be a 226 kilometers marathon run. So I'm already wearing, while you're wearing our footwear, you will already be conducting your own training. And then for me, that will be the basis of your own training. That is the entire philosophy of our footwear. Moving on, and then for our shoes, we always embrace environmental sustainability, because these shoes are necessity. And then after many of the concept proofing step, we move on to reduce our CO2 emission footprint, and then also we explore all kinds of technologies to make it recyclable. And then for our consumers, they want to really buy a product that is environmental sustainable. And for our consumers, they do not really care what we have putting into the product, because a lot of the times our consumer feel that all those environmental friendly shoe and footwears are just ugly and low quality. So that was the feedback we have received from our interview. So we want to make these kind of footwear that can last a lifelong, and then it's comfortable and it's beautiful. So we want to actually make a pair of shoes that can be repaired. Moving on, we will continue to focus on training, and also even to into the field of relaxation. And so these are our different distribution channels, so you can actually have access to our product in different parts of the city and across Taiwan. And we also have been working together with different marathon expos and sports good expo. Therefore, on event basis, we try to market our shoes And then that is our marketing strategy. So we continue to take part in different expos. So this is Running Taiwan, Phoebe's event. Moving on, next slide. So that is the story of our brand. I would like to welcome you to join our big family, and that can actually make sure you have a very comfortable running experience. Thank you very much, Guning, for that great introduction. So I believe that your sock sneakers will make a significant impact in the world of sports because it's comfortable and environmental friendly. So after these fantastic demos from our outstanding graduate teams, I'm pretty sure you are even more curious about us and you're to know what exactly is IAPS and what does IAPS do. Now we are going to welcome Michael Lin back to the stage, the CEO of IAPS of National Jiangming Jiaotong University, to the stage. He is going to introduce us what exactly IAPS is. So now I'm going to give the floor to Michael. Hello, I'm Michael.
IAPS really isn't a very secret organization. It's been 10 years. Next year, we will be celebrating our 11th years. Over the 11 years, we've been assisting startups. I have about 5 minutes to introduce IAPS. Next page. The IAPS was founded under the National Jiaotong University, Yangming Jiaotong University, and it's non-profit. So we are focused on dedication and contribution to these startup teams on how they can be better resourced. Since our startup in 2013, over the past 10 years, every year we have access to over 100 startup teams from different fields, from medical to technology industries. We have less cultural creative industries teams, but that's something we can look into in the next few years. Over the 100 startup teams per year, we help them to find capital. Overall, we have accumulated to over 20 million USD fundraising annually, and internationally, we are eager to engage in cooperation and exchanges. So far, we have about 15 to close 20 international business partners in our ecosystem. Next page. And this is our founder, but he's otherwise engaged today. So I am here to introduce our IAPS. And next, Judy will be sharing more on the program itself. Dr. Huang hopes that we can represent the startup ecosystem in Taiwan. So with resources provided by the National Jiaotong University, because the academia has profound resources, we have a large number of alumni. Over the past few years, we've worked closely with our alumni. If you want to have access to the alumni, through us is the quickest way. And along this journey, we worked with different partners to build up this ecosystem. So far, we have a few programs, including A2A, A2T, ASPN, Sports Tech, and InnoMed. These are dedicated to supporting domestic and international startups to gain access to more resources in the industry. And today we are focused on ASPN. If you're interested in our other programs, feel free to approach us. And ASPN is a very important mechanism. We help these sports tech startups to develop further. Here, we are currently recruiting. So if you know of any sports tech startups and they would like more resources, scan this QR code. Or if you are a startup yourself in sports tech, we welcome you to join our program. In our program, our program will be introduced in detail by Judy later on. If you want to join us, if you join us, you will really see a different world in the future. This is a very special feature of IAPS because 10 years ago, when we first started, supported by Maggie, we were able to work with the SME of MOEA, and at the Accelerator, including two programs, you must have investment funds. And 3 years ago, we were able to start a venture fund for startup investment with our partners. And currently, we have 7 projects that we are investing on. We are not investing in a great amount of money, but any investment shows our commitment to these teams. We are willing to work with these teams until they can find the next round of investment. So far, the fund size is about 93 million new Taiwanese dollars. And if you're talking about early stage investment, it's not a very large amount, but we are working very hard to help these startups to find better investors. And the funding rounds are rather simple. If you are recruited into our program after our assessment, we hand you over to our fund manager, who will further evaluate whether or not we invest or not. And all of this can be concluded in 2 to 3 months. So if you need early stage investment, join one of our programs, including ASPN, Accelerator program. These are all programs that we look at for investment. And in terms of international network, we have worked very hard over the past decade. You can see here, including in the Southeast area, Europe, and the United States, we have lots of partners that we work with closely, and we are very happy. Today, we are able to invite our partner from Singapore to join us in the event today. And there are many more other countries, including in Europe. We were able to bring our team to Europe this time. You can see sports tech is thriving in Europe, so we were more than happy to assist these teams in entering the European market. Domestically, we have partners from different industries. You can see there are different industries here. And in the future, in the ASPN program, we will help these teams to connect with these different resources according to your demand. This is something that we're devoted against. And in addition to having the headquarters in Hsinchu, we also have an office in Taipei. Most of the events are held in Taipei. In the future, we will also have events held in other places, including Taoyuan. That is a very brief introduction of IAPS. If you have any questions, if you want to know further about us, feel free to approach us or one of our staff here today. Thank you very much. Thank you, Michael. I'm sure with Michael's detailed introduction, everyone now better understand IAPS and its various programs. The most important program is actually ASPN Sports Tech Acceleration Program. Without further ado, we are getting to the heart of the matter. We are inviting Judy, the project manager of ASPN Sports Tech Accelerator, to introduce to you the content and direction of the program. We now give the floor to Judy.
Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm the project manager of ASPN Sports Tech Accelerator. My name is Judy. I'm in charge of Sports Tech Accelerator program. So I'm going to quickly go over ASPN Sports Tech Accelerator. I'm going to tell you what exactly it does, and also I will tell you that what can you gain from our program, what kind of support would we give. And also, we are marching into the 6th year, and then from the first year and throughout the past 5 years, what have we been doing with our past teams, and about who are we and what we do. here at ASPN Sports Tech Accelerator, like our CEO said that he has already talked about IAPS. So IAPS stands for Standard of Industry Accelerator and Patent Strategy. So we are actually a university-led ecosystem Accelerator. We have offices both in Taipei and Hsinchu. We are celebrating 10th year of anniversary. And about our IAPS vision, our managing director hope that by providing startups a trust and value-added ecosystem, our goal is to empower Taiwan innovation ecosystem to be seen and make contribution to the world. And this is our lineup of our team. First is Dr. Hank Huang, founding director and CEO Michael, and I'm program manager Judy. And we have a very robust team in terms of mentoring and coaching and support administrative work that we have entire 6 staff on our team to give you a comprehensive service program and package and to give you added value. So what exactly is ASPN? Why is it named as ASPN? Like our team leader said, that ASPN stands for APAC Sports Policy Network. It was founded in 2016, initiated by Taiwan, and it's under the APAC Human Resource Development Working Group, and we have 11 economies participating in ASPN. And the goal is to provide APAC economies a platform to facilitate exchange of sports policy opinions and promote international collaboration and discuss sports affairs among sports-related departments and academic industry experts. So we have Japan, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia, Australia, Canada, Philippines, and Chile economy members. So what exactly is ASPN Sports Tech Accelerator? It's under ASPN Network. It's Accelerator based under ASPN. The entire project is sponsored by the Ministry of Education, the Sports Administration, and we are celebrating the 10th anniversary, and we are also supported by the Yangming Jiao Tong University, and we support Taiwan-based and also international sports tech startups to expand international connections. And this is the feature of our program. In addition to providing resources from the industry, from academy, we also have government policy support so we can build momentum here in Asia to provide a robust and stable sports technology innovation ecosystem. That is our goal. At the same time, we would like to invite you to join this ecosystem. And this is our partnership lineup. At the government side, we have the full support from Sports Administration, the Ministry of Education. We also have the network of ASPN. We have Yangming Jiao Tong University, National Taiwan University, National Taiwan Sport University, University of Taipei, Tsinghua University, National Taiwan Normal University. These universities are all our partners. And then among the 7 industry and academic platforms are all our partners. And in terms of industry, we have been working together for a long time with Decathlon. And then in terms of Decathlon innovation, Decathlon only has 2 partners, one in Paris and one in Taipei. And then so we have connections with Decathlon Innovative Department, and we also work with Chunghwa Telecom, Taiwan Mobile, My Sports Platform, and we also work with TTA. And also we have an industry mentor and from Triple I, and we also have the CRM CEO Dinon here with us. And in terms of international partners, we have partners from GoGo Jetro, and we also have BEC from UK. We also have a School Lab as our platform, and we also have Cubo GSIC. This is from Singapore. We also have Australia Sports Network. We have also partners from Thailand, from India. These are all our international partners. And then they help us contribute to our Accelerator program and also help our startup teams to have access to international resources. So that was about our partners. So what can we actually offer through our ASPN Accelerator program? So the program is primarily divided into 2 main components for planning and design. One is Sports Technology Innovation Accelerator Accelerator course. And the second one is professional talent cultivation. For us, talent cultivation is key, one of the keys to what we do. And then we have this Accelerator program lasting for about 6 months per phase, and then with physical activities fully accessible online for international teams. So we would help you to draw up your milestone schemes, and so we have all the components in place. I would not have enough time to go over the entire details. Therefore, I have a video prepared for you to give you a very clear illustration of what our course has to offer. So we would like to now to play the video, and later on you can actually see that the previous old name of our program is this HYPE. And in terms of our name, because we work together with the Israel partner, and now we are now mainly based on ASPN, and we would like to focus on Asia Pacific area. And last year, we worked with a very important sports expo here in Taiwan, and then we are happy this year we can actually work with the Expo of a Sports Gambling Association, and this is a kick-up boot camp. So this is selection phase. We will select 40 teams to join the program. So we have 50 teams sign up. And then we will select through the boot camp 20 teams, and then we will select at the final stage around 13 to 40 teams, and then we will start our mentoring program. And we would also invite these mentors from industry, from academia to sit on the panel. We will also have international audience members as our panel members as well for the final judging system. And then each one of the team will have opportunity to have this one-on-one session with our mentor, and then they can draw up the milestone roadmap for the program and what can we help. And then for our international teams, we also offer the same kind of resources, even if you can only join us online. So this is a meetup event which help you to build your linkage with these 7 industrial platforms. So we have professors, famous professors from these different universities, and also the director for the 2016 Universiade program. So in terms of pitching, because it's very important and critical to each one of the team, and then we want to really help our teams to make the most out of the pitching session. And for the midterm, we will have a review session. Then we can actually review whether we have achieved each of the milestone we have set out at the very beginning of the program. And for our team, this is a hybrid event and program. And then for our workshop, we work with III. And then we also invite programs from prominent law firms to give our startup teams some insight into the legal aspects of their operation. And then the last phase is to review their results to see whether they are ready for the demo day. Usually there will be over 150 events on the demo day, so they want to make the most out of the demo day, and you need to get ready for your 5 minutes or 20 minutes pitch to meet with your investors. So that's the first phase of our program. As I said before, there are 2 parts to our program. So that was the physical course. So it's a very rewarding process. And moving on about talent program, what do we have to offer, to deliver to our startup teams? And in terms of talent cultivation, we added master class this year. We have invited prominent and very famous leaders from different areas here in Taiwan. We have experts and scholars to deliver master programs. For example, the chairman of Stanford Foundation here, and also the Bowers Professional Presentation Consultants. We also have Professor Liu Bilong for business negotiation, and also we have the Li Mingzhang for financial management, and we also invited the most famous accounting firms here in Taiwan to teach equity design, and we also have III consultants. And in terms of talent development, we also have international connections. This is also a very important important, I think a unique feature of our program. In addition to these kind of talent cultivation, we also want to build international connections and help to provide international talents. We help our startup teams to have the opportunity to engage with ASPN economy members, and then they can have exchange online or here in Taiwan, and also they can have international exchange in terms of international policy, sport network, and event information. And then about making inroads into Southeast Asian market. So because we focus on the Asia Pacific area, that is actually a very ideal market for our startup teams. And therefore, we will have courses to offer to our startup teams if they want to start with Singapore market or Malaysia market. What are the areas they need to look out for, or what are the things they need to take care of? And then also we have case studies, and we also have cultural exchange and market analysis. So that is what we are going to offer in terms of our program. Now I would like to talk about what we have been doing in the past 5 years. In the past 5 years, we have established a very vibrant ecosystem, and we have 104 startups from 22 economies. And then we also have just seen 2 teams making their presentation. And after my presentation, there will be another 2 alumni teams giving their presentation. So they have different resources offered in these 8 big areas, and we also, our alumni will have more information to share with you later on. So these are the photos of our Accelerator courses. These are the in-person courses. We will document each step of these phases. And then here, this is a group photo. Was a photo we took this year. This year in February, we went to Japan. We went to Tokyo for the very first international demo day. So we have international stage ready for you. This is what we have to offer to our startup teams. I'm really happy this year for the first time we get to go to Tokyo to make the first demo day. And what exactly have we done on demo day? We have industry mentors. And this, we just wrap up our 8th phase of our program. So this is the very latest video we have made for this program. And then we have these events held at the Sintron building. Basically, on demo day, on site, we will at least have 12 startup teams giving demonstration, illustration, and then there will be some interactive sessions, so you can have a better knowledge about the status of our startup teams, and then also the resources available for our participants.
Now we have worked with over 100 startups from 22 countries to raise over $28 million of investment.
这一期的 Demo Day 我们也邀请来自菲律宾、马来西亚以及新加坡的国际伙伴，然后一起来到台湾，那跟我们带他们的新创来跟我们一起做交流。
It's not easy to go to this moment. We saw a lot of stock company, their growth, and I think this is a demo day for all the stock company, and I think they will be in the best mode to show all the audience on site.
那在去年的 Demo。
And last year on our demo day, we have startup teams from UK, from Thailand to attend the demo day.
Have them connect, and that's, for me, it's a purpose in life. And today you're going to see additional 9 companies, both locally and internationally. And they've had quite a journey, as you saw. And today it's not the end of the journey, right? It's just another, milestone, another step in their own journey.
Thank you very much. So that was the video documenting our demo day. And demo day is a very big open event open to the public, and that is a day on which we can offer more international connection opportunities and resources. So I would like to invite you to join our program now by scanning the QR code. Now we are recruiting because we focus on Asia Pacific area and also the global sports tech startup teams. And that it's a fully English program. Do not have worry because we can actually demonstrate the strengths of Taiwan on international stage of our sport tech power. And then please feel free to join us right now. And we also have our on-site staff. And in the following 6 months, we are going to support you and be there for you every step away. We are going to give you all the resources and international connections we have on our platform. Thank you very much for your attention.
Yeah.
Thank you again, Judy, for such a detailed introduction to the program. I caught a key point. I don't know if you noticed. The participants can enjoy so many networking resources and accelerator courses without any fees. Each phase of the program is packed with activities and courses of all scales offering immense value. From webinars by international experts, one-on-one mentoring sessions with industry mentors, master classes from various startup sectors to corporate resource matching events. These will enable every innovative team to grow rapidly. After hearing the introduction, startups that are interested should not miss this QR code. Next, we move into our panel discussion. We are inviting our expert mentors and partners and our Michael, CEO of IAPS, on stage. With a round of applause, we would like to welcome Patty, the co-founder and managing partner of Black Storms Consulting in Singapore, and the director of Digital Transformation Research Institute at III, Tim, and Darren, the director of Ideal Venture Studio, of course, and Michael, CEO of IAPS, on stage. We will be sharing with us what kind of startups will catch the attention and the potential to enter the market. They will also be discussing a lot of other things. We now give the floor to our moderator and our panelists. Thank you very much. I'm very happy that today we have different representatives here with us in this panel discussion. I think the audience here today probably don't know most of our panelists, so maybe Patty, you can start by introducing yourself. Hello, I'm Patty. I am Patty Tan from Singapore. If you have friends from Singapore, you probably know we don't actually speak very good Mandarin. So I will try to express myself in simple Mandarin. I am from Singapore. Our company operates in Taiwan, Singapore, Hong Kong, Malaysia, and Thailand. We focus on scaling for startups. If you have already been invested or if you want to have access to Southeastern market, this is what we do. I am personally a serial entrepreneur, and I am 48 years old this year, and I have invested in over 15 startups and started 8 companies.
这间公司叫黑。
And with these experiences, I started the Black Storm. We help startups who want to enter into Singapore, Malaysia, and Taiwan and Thailand. We usually take 100 days for our consulting because we have talents and resources in these companies.
就是我跟您
And can very quickly talk to you.
稍微
So we are very different from other consulting firms. We will help you to make inroads into the market, and we have team from Triple I. Hello, I am Tim from Triple I. I am division head of Digital Transformation Institute. Probably you will be wondering why Triple I is here. I would like to tell you that now we play a role to help the government to execute our governmental plans and our policies. And in terms of supporting our sports startups, we play a critical role already. Therefore, we have been helping out the execution of different startup teams in sport tech. So we position ourselves as a facilitator for digital transformation. So we help them to introduce digital tools, and we also offer training. So that will be the main feature of the support program we offer. Therefore, we give a lot of mentor programs. For example, we also offer subsidies and help research and development. And we also help with the matchmaking with commercial resources. Therefore, we need to also work with a lot of startup teams. Therefore, for ASPN, we have this great opportunity to have access to new startup teams, and we are going to offer our startup teams a more international stage.
And finally, Darren. Hello, everyone. I am Darren. I am also from Singapore, but my wife is from Taiwan, so I've been in Taiwan for 10 years. My personal achievement is you've probably visited the largest curves, the largest female gym in Taiwan. I am one of the co-founders. I'm one of the co-founders. I expanded curves from 7 to over 100 curves in Taiwan. I'm also currently working in Indonesia and Vietnam. The Ideal Venture Studio is backed by a Tainan textile family's enterprise of over 70 years. So we invest, and as a mentor in IAPS, I've been here for 4 or 5 years. I come from entrepreneur background, so I really care about whether or not startup companies can find your market when you first begin, and don't make the mistakes that I've made before. Save money for you and quickly find your success path for you. And I look forward to have you joining the first batch of IAPS Accelerator program. Because as someone from the Southeast Asian country, I also operate in Indonesia. So all of the pain points that you might be facing right now, I have faced them before, so I can help you find the right market, when to enter the market, and your path for success. So thank you very much. With these self-introductions, we all now have a preliminary understanding of them. Today we're mainly talking about sport tech, Accelerator, and our 3 experts have participated over the past few years in our program. And with this opportunity, perhaps you can talk to everyone, because you have been in this program for a while and you also assist startups maybe our audience would like to know better how can you help these tech startups in the future. Maybe we can start with Darren. Thank you, Michael. I think this is a very important question because to me, every company is different. So at Ideal Venture Studio, we have a team and we focus on every single team. In this program, I want to get to know you better I want to know better of your current progress, your current pain point, and a lot of the times we understand that you are an expert in your field, but market itself is a very big world, and you may be facing a lot of risks in your business. So we help you to quickly understand your strengths, your weaknesses, and I will look at each and every founder. I want you to be very frank, not to save me, not to persuade me, but to persuade yourself what will make you succeed, what might make you fail. This is what we will help you with. Of course, we have a lot of courses here. We have other mentors who will share with you their experiences. So I hope you bear an open mind when you come into the program, to accept and be challenged, not to pick fights, because the expert mentors, they will share with you their opinions, and I think you should bear an open mind. This is what I really want from you. Darren is a very meticulous investor, so he expects highly of the programs, of the startups. If you are accepted into the program and your mentor is Darren, that would be a very good opportunity. Now, Tim, because you are from the III, Institute for Information Industry, how will you help these sport tech startups? I actually see III as the step after IAPS because we are not an accelerator, so we don't actually work with startups. But what we do is we help startup companies that have already suffered through the starting period and help them to scale up, to help them to really implement, or to help them with business matchmaking. All of this will need the company to be founded first, and you need to better understand your own services or your products. What we do is we help you to find the right opportunities, especially for sport tech startups. You usually don't know who to work with, where to go. Especially for companies in AIoT, they don't know how to put their product or their service in the sport industry. And this is where the government resources can come in. For example, 2 years ago, we helped a lot of sports teams to find better positioning for their products. For example, today, you're a company in AIoT and you want to apply your service to training, we have experts to help you understand at which part of this training you can apply your product. So training is not just training itself. A lot of the times you need to understand how you can find the market and commercialize your product. A lot of the teams, they see government grants as simply money. They don't know how to have access to these programs. So what we do is we help you to position yourself to see what resources are there out there, what grants are there out there for you, so that you can walk a smoother path, as Darren put earlier on. This is what we can assist you with. Yes, the III can help startup teams to have access to more resources because they have a lot of resources in terms of IT and AI. And I think for our program, it's a very strong backbone. And now I would like to ask Patty, because you're from Singapore and you focus on the Southeast Asian market. This is also a market we are looking to venture into in the future. So for our program, what are the resources you can provide us in the future? Because the Southeast Asian market is is not just one market. A lot of people see it as just one market because the population, you go from all these different countries, you have 3 to 4 million in population. It's a very large market, and it's not just one market. So I work with a lot of startups. They don't understand, so they say, okay, I have a product here, or I have a service here. Can I copy it to another market, from Taiwan to the Southeast Asian market, just like that? But not necessarily. First of all, you need to see how you can begin, how you can end. It's completely different in Taiwan and compared to the Southeast Asian market. For example, the fees that you charge, you may be charging in the USD, but in 2023-24, the currency exchange rate versus new Taiwanese dollars versus the US dollars, or new Taiwanese dollars versus ringgit, these are all very different. So you may be selling at this price in Taiwan, but when you want to sell it in Malaysia and you think I should sell at the same standard, and you realize that no one is buying your product, you're wondering why people are not willing to pay for your product. People don't understand. They think that if they copy the same thing and just sell the same product in Southeast Asian country, you will sell just because you sold well in Taiwan. There are a lot of reasons. Most of the times I would tell the founders, you don't need to bring your best product. For example, you have iPhone 14, iPhone 15. You don't need to sell the best iPhone, the best product, or the best service and bring them to Malaysia. For example, the Malaysia ringgit versus the US dollars, the currency rate, exchange rate is dropping every day. If you bring your best product there, you're going to find that you won't be able to reach the revenue that you want. So maybe you bring over iPhone 11 instead of 14. It's an older generation. Maybe you don't bring your latest generation, you bring your second generation product. And once you access the product, you find that there are people who are willing to pay for your product. Then you actually have this access to this market. You need a go-to-market strategy. You have established your case studies. You work with the local partners, and you tell them there are different generations of your product. Then they will have more confidence in your product. This is a lot of the times why people don't understand why you can't just sell the same products in the Southeast Asian countries and people are not paying for them. You may spend a year and a half and you lose a lot of money, and then you decide to pack up and come home. There are some tricks you need.
Thank you. Like Patty said, he mentioned one key that there are many different markets in Southeast Asia, and they are quite diverse and different. So the next question is to Darren, because he is married to a Taiwanese wife, and he comes from Singapore and has quite extensive experiences over the years in Southeast Asia in such an open, diverse environment and markets. What are the things that Taiwanese startup teams need to look out for, and what are the opportunities there? This year, I see many teams, because there are the new southbound policies, and also in order to attract investors, people have been talking on and on about Southeast Asia. Like Patty said, Southeast Asia is not one single market. It's comprised of 10 to 11 countries altogether. For me, I feel there are lots of cultures, languages, and different purchasing habits, and different risks. And also there are linguistic, and political risks. These are the factors you all need to factor in. I have been in this market for many years. I have experience in Vietnam, in Hong Kong, in China, Singapore, and Indonesia markets. And I started out with Chinese market, and that was a total failure. And in Taiwan, I started out with Curves. So we did see a success story from Curve, and 7 years ago, we sold Curves Taiwan, And then we selected Indonesia market. Like Patty said, there are lots of opportunities in Indonesia. And then people would say that since you're quite successful in Taiwan, you can just duplicate the same SOP from Taiwan to Indonesia. That would not work. Even if I were from Southeast Asia, I can speak Cantonese, Thai, Bahasa, Taiwanese, Hokkien. But for me, Indonesia is still a brand new market because I am not from Indonesia. And there are so many blind spots because I'm not from Indonesia. Of course, there would be lots of challenges. And for me, how to select the right market is another challenge. If you are a foreign team, you want to make inroads into Taiwan market, you will select Taipei, right? But we selected one city in Jakarta because we figured that would be the place of a better chance of success. And then we want to start with 1 point and then start to expand once we have gained traction. Therefore, you need to know why you are successful in Taiwan. And you first need to manage your own home base well. You need to first make yourself successful in your own market, and you can have access to steady cash flow, and then you can start to go overseas. If you have enough of funding, then of course you can spend money. But for me, that going overseas to another new market is a very risky endeavor. So I made mistakes at the very start. So when I was started out in Singapore, Thailand was my biggest market, but I was too greedy. I want to make inroads into Philippines, Thailand, Indonesia, and so I raised around to $1 million US, and then I wanted to go into 4 markets. But that was total failure because a lot of the markets were so expensive with terms of local partners, local BD, local connections. These all takes money to build. Therefore, in this program, I would suggest and advise you to first to prep yourself, and then you need to know why you want to go overseas. Once you have gained and earned your footing here in Taiwan, then you can start to think about your next step overseas. But for all of us, we want to help you with the preparation and risk control. We would not actually tell you that I'm going to take you to Indonesia, to Malaysia. That will be accelerating fast tracking you to death because I have been here in Taiwan for over a decade. I want to really contribute to Taiwan startup teams, and so you can have a new opportunity to go overseas to share your technologies and resources. I've been here in Taiwan for many years. You have great technology strength, medical appliances, and also your agricultural technologies. These are all very impressive. We are from Singapore, and so the government was not really supportive in sport tech, and the government was not very supportive in art. So I was an engineer. I grew up studying coding. So my parents would feel that there is no future there in terms of music or art. So here in Taiwan, that is a eye-opening experience, and my children also grew up here. So I have changed my mindset a lot ever since I came to Taiwan. Therefore, this is what I would do. You need to have your own, leverage your own Taiwanese mindset. What is your KPI, and what are the all risks you will face if you want to go overseas? I will help you to control those risks. That is what I would like to contribute in this program. Thank you, Michael, for this question. Even though Singapore is a small country, but it's a big country in terms of international trade. And also, it is a very powerful country, especially for Taiwan to expand into Southeast Asia. It's going to be very costly. When it comes to capital, I think in Singapore, you have lots of, you are a hub of international fundraising for startup teams. And then my question is that if you want to do something or raise money in Singapore, is there any tricks or anything Taiwanese team need to look out for? So you were absolutely right. Singapore is a very small city. And if you want to raise fund there, I want to be frank with you. We don't have lots of natural resources in Singapore. We have a small population, but we do have lots of money. Our government is actually quite generous. Take startups, for example. The government would say that once you have good product, you have good talent and good services, we welcome you to come to Singapore, and then you can localize your operation in Singapore. But a trick for you, a secret for you, that it's fine for you to come to Singapore and set up your operation here, but you need to look out that it's so easy to set up your firm in Singapore, but it does not mean that all the new firms can have access to government funding right away, because the government need to make sure that you have operation over the year, several years in Singapore before they give you funding, because they have these concern that you are going to just grab the money and run. Therefore, when it comes to governmental funding, if you want to raise fund in Singapore, you want to look for investment in Singapore, you don't really need to set up a firm here in Singapore. It's very fast. Probably if you want to set up a new firm, you only take you around less 2 hours. You just need up to 1 to 2 days to open a bank account in Singapore. So these are no big deals. But you also need to know that if you want to look for investors in Singapore, first thing the investor would ask you is that where is your team? You don't really need to locate your team in Singapore. It's not a prerequisite, because you know Singapore is the most expensive city to live. And I have a friend who just came to Singapore, and I saw he's using a calculator in his phone, and then he is from Hong Kong, and then he was complaining about this very expensive living cost in Singapore. Years back when we went to Hong Kong, we felt like Hong Kong was a very expensive place to live, but now it's Singapore. Therefore, if you want to set up your operation in Singapore, you don't need to move your entire team to Singapore. So it's very important to play a currency exchange well, because you are earning USD in Singapore, and then you can put the money in Singapore, but you can leave your team in Taiwan, and then you can leverage the Singapore firm to hire a team from Taiwan. That would be a very common practice, because everybody know that is the way to go, because we don't have lots of talents in Singapore. If you go to Singapore, if you go to Iraja and to hire the talents in Singapore, from Google to Facebook, for these big international operations, it's very expensive for them to hire engineers. If you are a small startup firm, you can gain funding in Singapore and then hire a team here in Taiwan. That will be a lot easier, and then also it will be a lot simpler in terms of tax filing. And then you have a business operation in Singapore for over 2 years. If you set up M&A or joint venture in Singapore, and then you want to start international operation in Singapore, in mainland China, in Malaysia, in Vietnam, and then the government will give you funding up to 60% to 80% of funding. Therefore, you need to do your research in the market. Of course, you need to pay out of your own market first, but in less than 30 days or 22 days, the government will give you 60% to 80% of subsidies if you spent 10 or 20,000 US dollars. The government will refund you up to 60% or 80% of your spending. And then you can go to Thailand today and go to Malaysia tomorrow. If you have cash in your pocket, you can do that. And then our Black Storm, we supported many startup teams. Those are not local Singaporean teams. They come from China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Israel, and Korea. And then they set up their operation in Singapore, and after 2 years, they apply for funding, and we would help them. Therefore, even though funding is critical, but it does not mean that you need to all get your money from investors, especially government funding. I would like to add, if you do have very strong technology strength, and then you have very high-end technology to offer, then I would advise you to talk to government right away. For example, like IMDA is one of the very big government agency that you can gain your funding. You can tell them, I have this technology. I would like to open a branch in Singapore. Can I get your certification or accreditation? Once you have governmental accreditation, and then they will do the due diligence, and then they will look into your product process. Once they feel, well, it's up to mark, and then they are going to give you a approval for the logo, even though you are a small startup firm. But for the big government project, you will have the opportunity to rename. So you can have these direct access to this government project. You don't really need to have like millions and millions of dollars in your bank account before you apply for the project. So this is the ecosystem we have for startup companies. If you have great products, you can still gain great projects, big projects. So thank you very much. So I would like to bring back to sport tech. The focus back to sport tech. I think for Triple I, that in terms of government policies, you have very strong link to government policies, and we have seen you making great results in startup teams. And then would you like to talk about the opportunities in sport tech and the challenges in sport tech for our representative from Triple I? And then you can share some of the experience with our audience members.
Currently, when we look at sport tech startups in Taiwan, they have some advantages and features. ICT is a strength in Taiwan. If you're in sports tech, in terms of your product and technology maturity, are much better than startups compared to in other countries. And I think that's the feature in Taiwan. And I see more and more of startups going into sport tech. They are going into more detailed products. In the past, when we talk about sport tech, you think about wearable devices and nothing else. But in recent years, you have more and more applications, including image identification, wearables, or even best decision analysis. More and more technology are being applied to the sports industry. So I think the teams in Taiwan, startup teams in sports tech in Taiwan, they have very mature technology. But the problem that they have is because we don't have a large enough sports industry in Taiwan or market in Taiwan, even though we have professional athletes in basketball and in other sports, including badminton. But the market size is still small in Taiwan. So when these startups are venturing into this industry, they don't actually know how this industry works. And I think what ASPN can do for everyone is you can very quickly place everyone in the market. But before you are being placed in the market, you need to think about how you are going to commercialize from your product. Which value chain would you like to enter in this market? And how are you going to position yourself? Because the startups are usually passionate because passion is very crucial. But ultimately, we want to operate the entire industry as a commercial activity. So how to profit is still a very important consideration. And you need to think about how you can connect with this market in order to profit. So a lot of the times we have to tell people, care less about your technology because this is an application. How do you apply your technology to this industry so that this industry will benefit and be better because of your product? This is what you need to focus on, and how you can profit, how you can make money. This is a mindset that everyone must have. And Darren is an expert mentor we work with on a long-term basis and plays a very important role in the program. You've seen many of these sports tech startups. So Darren, over these past 5 years, are there any startups that really made an impression on you? Or what kind of startups are you more interested in working with down the line? The most impressive startups, I think one of the founders here. Andrew, please wave your hand to us. Let's use Andrew as an example. I think it was the 6th or 7th phase. When he came to the program, he had an idea and a direction. Like Tim said earlier on, you have an idea and the technology is really strong in Taiwan. I believe it. But how are you going to apply it? How are you going to profit from it? How are you going to commercialize it, the idea? So when Andrew came to our program, he had a concept and some simple technology. And it can be used for basketball. So we tried to help him. But he wasn't very lucky. He couldn't find the market. He has the technology, but he was too advanced, so there wasn't a market for him. So me and Harry, we worked with him and helped him transform. The reason I really remember Andrew is because he turned around really quickly. He didn't have this ego. He was able to put the business in front of himself. If this technology can be applied to another scenario, another industry, he will have more opportunities. So I'm very happy to see that he has found another use for it, which is to be used in swimming pools. He's going to share more with us later on. So he has a very open mind as a founder. And I hope that in our program, when you are a new startup, you should be like Andrew. If you have a technology that you think is really good 100% compared to Apple, Apple is only 96%, you have 100% technology, but you need to find that market, how to make money from this technology. Ultimately, that's very important because as a business, you must be able to make money. If you can't profit, if you can't sell your product, then it's no use. So every mentor in this program, we are responsible, or rather, we guarantee that we will do our very best to help you find your business opportunity, how you can transform and how you can profit from the technology. There are a lot of founders, professors, entrepreneurs here today. You spend decades researching this technology, and you have this mindset, okay, this is how my technology should be applied. But we are here to remind you that there are other possibilities. If you keep an open mind, you're willing to accept opinions, you will be able to find your channel in the program. Just like Andrew, he found another application for his technology. So his company is quickly growing. We are also working very hard with him. So I think seeing Andrew develop like this, it's a very beautiful, successful story for the program. And I hope that, as Michael asked earlier on about investment in Singapore, I started a company and I grew up in Singapore. I started by building apps. I started in marketing apps and then fintech in Hong Kong as well as in Taiwan. I was very successful in securing investment from Zhonghua Telecom, and I'm also building solar plants in Taiwan. I have experiences in various fields, but I think you need to understand what's the value of your company. A lot of people approach us because right now we have a fund, and a lot of people come to us for investment all the time, but they're missing the point. What is your market, your core market? And if you're going all the way to Singapore, yes, that's where the hot money is. But you must understand Singapore is a very mature and developed market. It's not just Taiwan market. It's not just Taiwan teams. Indonesia make businesses. All of their headquarters are in Singapore. So you are talking to and you're competing with some top-notch teams. So if you get 100 PPTs proposals, why would they choose you? So in this community, we tried to help a lot of Taiwan teams to work with venture capitals in Singapore. And I can share with you one example. In Singapore, the venture capitals, they ask that your annual recurring revenue, the GMV, must reach a certain level before they can really take you seriously and start talking to you and allow you to sign an NDA and do due diligence. A lot of the times we notice that they can't really even reach the the target that these Singapore VCs want in a year, let alone in a month. So you must understand when you're trying to gain investment from Singapore, you must understand who you're competing with. So we want you to understand that we will help you with your positioning and for you to understand where your opportunities are in the world, and don't just pay out of your own pockets, buy the tickets and get hotels there and get hope there, and because it's very expensive right now. And then you hear these venture capitals, they sound very promising, but you come back and you wait and you don't get an answer. So a lot of the times I share with people my experiences in investment. I help people to better your techniques and for you to be better prepared. Thank you, Darren, for sharing with us your experiences. I think we would like to end with Tim and Patty here to share with us what you have.
So I would like to circle back to what I said before. We would like to see more and more startup teams to joining ASPN because we have so many resources available for you, and that lead to lots of opportunities for startups, sport tech startups. Because when it comes to digital transformation, we need to have supply and demand, and then we need to find demand parties as well, and then we can match the demand and supply sides, so we can spur the growth. And then if this is for your first time into the startup realm, to take part in Accelerator would be a critical experience for you. Why do you need to take part in Accelerator? Because this is where you can learn something you do not know how to do. Because as an entrepreneur, you need to diversify yourself in an accelerator. So E means everything as a CEO, which means that you need to know everything. But you only need to be jack of all trades, but you need not to be expert of anything. You just need to know a little bit about everything. Throughout this 6 months, you can identify your strength and also your weaknesses, and then you don't need to spend too much time on your weaknesses. Unlike when we were in elementary school, like if you have a poor math scores, and then you need to go to cram school in order to gain flying colors. But now, if you are joining Accelerator, you need to identify your strengths, and then if you are in these weakness areas, you can talk to your core founders, because some of your core founders, they can help you to reach in a very short period of time the goal, and then in your strengths, you can actually achieve your goal in a very short time period. That is the spirit of Accelerator. You put different talents on the same team, and in 6 months' time, you can actually identify your strengths and weaknesses. And it's not shameful, because it's not about your ego, because it's not like because you're CEO, you need to know everything. For example, I'm very poor with operation. I'm so poor with operation. For example, like taking the public transportation, and then sometimes I would take photos, and I need to go back to my company and then to file for reimbursement. These are administrative works. I'm so poor with that. Now I need to find administrative partner who can do like these tasks in 3 hours, and then in terms of something that I need to do in a week's time. So Accelerator help you to identify your strengths and help you to know better about yourselves. And then you know your strengths, where your strengths are, and your products are going to demonstrate your strengths. Thank you very much. Thank you again for your talk and your insight. I think time is up. I think going forward, if you have further questions, feel free to talk to him. I would like to add a very important piece of information. I would like to emphasize that I have been to many different accelerator programs. I have been before when I was in startup entrepreneurs. I have experience with Apple Accelerator and ASPN Accelerator. So one reminder that you need to manage your expectation well. Coming to an accelerator program does not mean that you can solve everything here. We are here to be your supporter, so you need to shoulder your own tasks, and then you still pay out of your own pocket. Therefore, I need to manage your expectation. You need to have an open mindset. I want to repeat this over and over again. I'm here to just remind you to be very flexible in terms of embracing challenges. And some of the mentors, if you don't have different, you're not on the same page, you don't have to get so defensive. Just open up and then listen to their advice, because market will give you the final answer. And we are here representing all kinds of different markets and give you advice. And if you can, we are on the same page, and if this suits you, and then that can help you to identify the path to success. So make sure you take part in ASPN. Thank you, Darren, for that input. And now I'm going to give the time back to our MC. Thank you, Michael. And we would like to ask our 4 panelists to stay on the stage to take a group photo together. And also, please join me to give them a round of applause for their insight. Thank you. Please look at our photographer who is now waving his hand. Now, can you move to the center of the stage, please? And smile. Thank you, our mentors, and thank you, our partners. Thank you very much. And what's your step? And please return to your seats. I believe that now, after their sharing and insightful presentation, you have deeper understanding of our program, and we now know there are so much resources available to you. Please make sure you make the most of it to advance your career. And over the years, our Accelerator program has accumulated a diverse range of resources from our mentors and partners. We hope more innovative teams, startup teams will take part, fully utilizing the resources for the program to grow and strengthen. And also, our alumni teams have stayed in touch with our network. Now we're going to welcome back to the stage outstanding graduate and alumni teams. That is Funic VR and Fortune AI. These 2 alumni teams are very mature and strong sports innovative startup companies. They have maintained close contact and cooperation with us since graduating from our program, whether it's opportunities for exhibition, exposure, or investment matching meetings. IASP always recommends our most outstanding and proactive innovative teams. And we are going to invite Funic VR, innovative company dedicated to developing sports tech and fitness content. They have won numerous awards in various innovation competitions. Their innovative goal is to promote the home fitness market through gamification and popularization, aiming to lower the barriers to exercise and encourage people to develop exercise habits in a fun and enjoyable way. Please join me to welcome the CEO of Funic VR to the stage. Leo, please.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I am CEO Leo of Funic. I'm very happy to be here to introduce our company to everyone. Okay. Andy, please wait for my cue to change slides. I think everybody knows us because we have the highest standard 8K and 3D VR. The reason we emphasize 8K is because 8K will soon be, we are approaching 2024 very soon, and in January 2024, Apple will be coming up with Vision Pro, and the Vision Pro image resolution is 8K, so if you have immersive experiences that is lower than 8K, you are going to fall behind compared to your competitors. Everything will be based on 8K, which is a standard we've been insisting since we started. Only under 8K resolution will be able to see all the details. And this will really convince your brain that you are in a virtual reality environment. We use this technology in cinema, film production, and concert live stream. And we also built these macro photography for museums, and we also put VR camera on the drone to take aerial views of either the city or the rural areas. And what's so special about our transmission technology, it is one-to-many signals. So we start from our 8K 3D camera, and through image processing that is special to us, and then it can be live streamed through 5G onto your cell phone, your laptop, your TV, or perhaps in the future, your VR devices. All of these different channels can immediately be live streamed too. And please play the animation here. And with our technology using the virtual reality studio, we have the VR studio with post-production. It is all together at the same time. Last year we worked with Bao in her concert, and it was live streamed to Taipei 101 real time. You need time and money. These are the two main resources for startups. This kind of signal will help you save money because you can play it on all kinds of channels. And with our virtual production, you will be able to receive a return on your investment at the same time. It's a very important technology capital. And we use our experiences of making VR over the years. We are now applying it to reinvent sports media. It will bring you to the first row of these sporting events. Right now, all of our technology are integrated into Funi Sport. It's an immersive and integrated sports tech platform, including our very own original camera, our own image processing system, these virtual production, real-time information system, our business model, and all of these automatic AI tracking detection of these players. They can all be used and be used for our partners to provide the best platform. Starting from 2018, these have been the milestones we've experienced over the years. We worked with Zhonghua Telecom in 2020 and 21 to broadcast the Tokyo Olympics, and we also live streamed the indoor archery World Series in Taipei. This year we worked with HTC and T1 Pro Basketball. And starting 2024, we are working with Pegatron to produce their headsets. In the future, in addition to a mobile phone, you may have these headsets. And in 2025, the World Master game, we are also discussing whether or not to live stream the opening ceremony of this World Masters game. And we believe that by joining IAPS and the different accelerators, it really opened the international market for us. And we have more and more opportunities of live streaming these sports events. And over the years, every year we were able to live stream over 100 of these events. And you have the opportunity more of these opportunities to work with accelerators. You can really gain these resources from international companies. And this is our team. Our founder is Zheng Boyuan. He's a serial entrepreneur, has 20 years in entertainment industries. He currently is also a self-taught engineer, and he is our CTO. He has experiences in the entertainment industries to teach our to teach our engineers, to show them what this industry need. I am the CEO of the company, and right now we are looking for our seed round investor, looking for 1.5 to 2 million US funding in R&D, international market expansion, and target talent recruitment for our company. These are the uses we have for these investment. We are also looking for business partners, including sports brand, including NBA or content channels. For example, we worked with Warner Bros. Discovery on a reality show, and we also work with Disney Plus or Netflix and telecoms, for example, Zhonghua Telecom, and we also would like to work with Vericom or AT&T telecoms and companies around the world. These are the partners that we currently work with in our ecosystem, including Warner Bros. Discovery, PTS. These are our creative content partners. In IT devices, we have Qualcomm and Acer and Pegatron, and also sports brand and other immersive spaces. These are all partners we work with. If you're interested, feel free to approach me. We can discuss more. We understand that we are moving into the age of immersive experiences. With whatever kind of devices you are going to use, you are going to be watching Phoenix, and we hope that we can work with all of you. Today, we are also demonstrating in the 5th venue, and you can see how we can play basketball in a virtual reality scenario. And that is a project we are working on with the Sports Administration. Feel free to join us in the 5th barn and play virtual basketball. Thank you very much for your time.
没有，好，那谢谢大家。
Thank you very much. Thank you for your attention. It seems that you really want to have a QA session. Thank you, Leo, again for Phoenix presentation. You can actually feel that their technology in sports event creates incredible immersive experience for users. So really look forward to your development in the future. Now we have also invited Fortune AI, which is dedicated to combining AI intelligence with photography equipment. Their smart detection system offers both entertainment and safety. Now we are going to invite Andrew onto the stage to share with us their products. Please join me to welcome Andrew. Hello, everyone. Hi. So Darren told me that so you can actually see my portfolio. I really enjoy basketball, a good basketball game. And technology is very important. And like Darren just reminded us that it's very important to apply technology to the right area and right scenario. So we are really happy that with the studio, we have identified a new project. It's Safe Swim. And our presenters before me have talked about many aspects of sports. It can be quite a thrilling, can be immersive experience. It can be quite entertaining. But when it comes to Safe Swim, so we actually start with a very different angle. We're from the very basic factor that is safety for all the sports or people who take part in sports. Is the very basic starting point of our project. We are the very first one in Taiwan that combine surveillance system and AI technology for these smart assistant system for swimming pool. So we support the venue. We also support the lifeguard to uphold a very safe swimming environment. So this is the product of leveraging AI technology. We are not replacing any of the manpower or any product in the market. With the current system we have, we want to improve the safety and reduce the risks. And then for a very long time, this is what we have been aiming to do. So we focus on, and we are dedicated to provide more added value services. So sports can be quite thrilling, can be quite boring. So a lot of people fail to think about the safety importance in sports. We want to offer interesting sports experience. At the same time, we also want to create safe sports environment. That is what we have been trying to do throughout the years. So this is about myself. So before I developed a basketball program, of course, still an ongoing project. But now swimming, the safe swim is the focus project right now. So this is our team member. So we are very focused on the core value, that is to develop a safe program for our sports venue, our pool venue. And then I think these are the two challenges faced by pool management. First is pool safety. So it's not about lifeguards. We will also want to make the most of the resources of these pools. And then I think for our sports administration, they want to make our venue more smarter. And then a lot of times when it comes to sports experience, it's difficult for us to collect all the data. But now we have AI. We can secure the safety of our pools. At the same time, we can offer effective data analysis. And that contribute to the management and operation of the pools and the venues. That can be quite valuable. So we have these safety as a service. So this is SaaS, and our AI. This is what our AI does. This to predict the risks and to predict the risk scores as well. And what's more important for us is we need to know where are the risk areas. So location is very important, positioning is very important. So about 50-meter pool is divided, this is kind of international standard pool, is divided into 160 zones. Every 2.5 meters, so we can identify every potential risks. And then if you are a swimmer, you would know for an adult when they raise their arms that the length is around of 2.5 meters. And then we can actually capture each one of the swimmers' activities in the pool, whether they are in danger or not. Next slide. So like I said before, with the current system we have, we want to offer the needs, cater to the needs of the current swimming pools. Therefore, for our lifeguards, they only need to look at alert lights and whether it's on and off, and then they can know whether there are dangers or not. Next slide. Can we play the video? Can you help me to play the video so we can actually give a very quick illustration of what our system does? So that is a demonstration by our staff. Then if you cannot play the video, what I want to say through this slide is basically here from the picture to the right, you can actually see there is a alert light. So when you actually see a person submerge under the water for a certain point of time, and then the light will comes off, and then there will be alert, and then that is alert to our lifeguards. And then here through these kind of app, we can help to remind the staff on site to identify whether there are danger on site, and then people in under risks. And then so we need to go to these backstage, and then we can go to the back end, and then we also have the different time, and then you can actually capture on the screen at what time at the pool, and then which area of the pool that there are different incidents. So here, this is the management monitor platform. So this is our platform, and you can actually collect all the data here. So you can actually detect the pool usage trends, and then you can actually generate report in PDF form, and then we are ready. So in the future, should you need to supply or provide information, then all the reports can be generated, and then also you can capture and then quickly reply to the incident. So this is what we have been promoting. For example, with safety swim. For example, when it comes to security, we think of all kinds of safety providers, but we want to make a safe swim certified. So this is a protection net. So here, when a swimmer goes into the pool, and then they can see it's a safety swim certified. So this is what we want to promote on our different swimming pool sites, and therefore we have been detecting these incidents every millisecond. Therefore, in less than 6 months, we have accumulated surface coverage over 10 million, and then we have also have security alerts over 30 times. And going forward, this is our goal. We want to work together with these sports centers around the city. So this is a photo I took with the mayor, and then also we have been talking to the sports center pool association chairperson. So this is the project we want to promote, not only in these sports centers. We also want to promote our program on the campus and also in different communities. Going forward, we will work with security companies to work very closely with them to promote swimming pool safety. This is our vision, our goal. So we want to make swimming pool a age-friendly environment. Next slide. That's my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. Lastly, I would like to emphasize that I think the entire program, ASPN offer us a lot of support, but a lot of people, when they finish and conclude the program, and they just finish and then they leave. But now I think after the program, what's also important to stay in touch with ASPN, with the Accelerator. So even after we finish the program, we have been still maintaining contact with Judy, and then we continue our engagement. So we're really thankful for their support over the years. Thank you, Andrew, for that important presentation. Fortune AI has addressed a lot of risk and dangerous issues in pools and sites, and then all those sports love people can actually enjoy these venues. We hope that more outstanding startup teams like you can join us here in our system. Thank you very much for this fantastic, impressive demonstration, for forming this program, and then you can help the team to make significant progress in short period of time. So we're about to conclude our event today. I would like to summarize the advantage of ASPN Accelerator program for everyone. Entering its 6th year, the program has already nurtured and coached 104 innovate startup teams from around the world, and we have generated over 8 million NTD investments and business outcomes. We have worked together with renowned companies around the world like Decathlon and Taiwan Mobile, and we also work with National Taiwan Sport University, and then the program boasts a comprehensive database of mentors, including hundreds of professionals from various fields. And then if you're interested, feel free to scan our QR code on site and immediately fill out the application form to become our strong partner in acceleration program. Now we are going to take a group photo for this session. So yes, we are going to invite our photographer to join us on the stage. So our photographer is on the stage. We're going to light up the room for a group photo. And please look at our camera. Now we are going to first take a photo with the photographer. Please look at our photographer, thumbs up or give us a heart. So I'm right here. Just tell us you're here. And then we are going to take a video. Oh, not yet? Okay, one more time. Like hearts, give us a heart. Okay, and then we are going to take a short video clip. Please wave your hand. Wave your hands. That will do. Thank you. Is it done? Yeah, okay. This concludes our session today. Thank you very much for your presence. And please do not forget your personal belongings with you, and wish you a lovely evening. Thank you very much for your participation.